Hey, this is Coach IQ, and today we do Nationalism in India MCQs. During the war years, forced recruitment in which areas caused widespread anger? So you have three options, and the answer is rural areas. That is, it was in the rural areas where villagers were forced to go and join the army as soldiers. So this caused a lot of anger. Next, according to the 1921 census, 12 to 13 million people died. Why? Three options: famines, and epidemics. Your answer is C. It was both these reasons. Next, when did Gandhiji return to India from South Africa? Three options. The answer is A. Jan 1915. In 1917, Gandhiji travelled to which place to organize a Satyagraha movement against the oppressive plantation system? Three options. Answer is Champaran. Okay, the indigo plantation system. In the Satyagraha organized in 1917 in Kheda, the peasants were affected by which two issues? Crop surplus and plague epidemic, crop failure and influenza epidemic, or crop failure and plague epidemic? The answer is C, crop failure and plague epidemic. The Rowlatt Act was unjust because three options are there. Gave the government powers to repress political activities, or the government could detain political prisoners without trial for 2 years, or all of the above. The answer is C. That is, both these reasons were the cause for the Rowlatt Act to be unjust. The Rowlatt Act had been passed by the three options. The answer is B, Imperial Legislative Council. The Rowlatt Satyagraha had been a widespread movement, but was limited to villages, cities and countryside, or cities and towns. The answer is C, cities and towns. Who was the spiritual head of the Islamic world? The answer is C, the Ottoman Emperor. When and where was the Khilafat Committee formed? The answer is B, Bombay, March 1919. The leaders of the Khilafat Committee were, the answer is A, Muhammad Ali and Shaukat Ali. Which book did Gandhiji write in 1909? Hind Inqilab, Hind Satyagraha, or Hind Swaraj? It is C, Hind Swaraj. Identify the incorrect statement regarding Hind Swaraj. That is the wrong statement. British were ruling India because of the cooperation of Indians. This is right. British rule would collapse within a year. Yes, Gandhiji said it would collapse within a year if Indians did not cooperate. C, Indians had to cooperate for the British to leave India. This is wrong. For Gandhiji said Indians had to stop cooperating and then the British would leave India. Which two leaders toured around India trying to get support for the non-cooperation movement? The answer is Mahatma Gandhi and Shaukat Ali. The next one. Many within the Congress were not really willing to support the proposals of the NCM. That is, all were not agreeing. Why? A, they were reluctant to boycott the council elections scheduled for November 1920. That is, they did not want to boycott these elections. Second, they were not happy with Gandhiji's style of working. Third, they feared the movement could lead to popular violence. Now you have three options, A and B, B and C, or A and C. The answer is the third one, A and C. That is, they didn't want to boycott the elections and they felt there could be violence. Next, when was the NCM adopted and in which Congress session? The answer is C, Nagpur, and December 1920. When did the NCM start? That is the non-cooperation movement. The answer is January 1921. Remember, 1919 is the Rowlatt Act. 1920, Gandhiji puts forward the proposal, and it really started in 1921, January. Which party refused to boycott the council elections during the NCM? That is a party which said, no, we will not boycott the elections, we want to participate. It was the Justice Party. Okay. Next, name the leader of the Awadh movement. 3 options. The answer is Baba Ramchandra. Who organized the Nai-Dhobi bandhs in Awadh? It is C. Panchayats. Name the leader of the tribal peasants of Gudem. Now, tribal peasants, it is Alluri Sitaram Raju. Awadh is Baba Ramchandra. But here they are asking you tribal peasants. So it's Alluri Sitaram Raju. When was Raju captured and executed? 1924. That's your answer. Next, identify the incorrect combination regarding the Inland Emigration Act. So this act is there, and which statements are wrong, that you have to say. First is passed in 1858. No, it was in 1859. So you know A is wrong. B, plantation workers could not leave the tea gardens without permission. Yes, that is right. They could not leave. C, when asked for plantation workers, when asked for the permission to leave, they were easily given the permission. That is, when the workers asked for permission, they were given the permission. We know that is wrong. It was very rarely given. D, plantation workers were rarely given the permission. That is right. But you need to say the wrong combination. So you know A is wrong and C is wrong. So your answer is third, A and C. Next, the NCM was called off by Gandhiji due to which incident? That is, it started, but then after some time it was halted, stopped by Gandhiji. It was due to the Chauri Chara incident. Who among the following passed the Rowlatt Act? The answer is C, Imperial Legislative Council. Name the leader of the militant guerrilla movement in the Gudem Hills. It is Alluri Sitaram Raju. So tribal peasants also Alluri Sitaram, and militant guerrilla also. It's the same thing. When was the NCM called off? It is B, February 1922. So started in the beginning, that is January 1921. Ended after 1 year, 1922. But the month is the next one after January, that is February. So Feb 1922. Next, Baba Ramchandra was the leader of which movement? Plantation workers movement in Assam, Khilafat movement, or the Awadh movement? It is C, Awadh movement. Who set up the Oudh Kisan Sabha? 3 options. The answer is B, Baba Ramchandra and Jawaharlal Nehru. The next one, a type of demonstration used in which people block the entrance to a shop, an office, or a factory. Is it boycott? No, boycott means you refuse to do something. B is picketing and C is bandh. Bandh is everything is closed. The answer is B, picketing. How do you define the term begar? Forced recruitment into the army, not using foreign goods, or villagers forced to work without payment? The answer is C, where the villagers are forcefully made to do work and are not paid for it. Where did the Jallianwala Bagh killings take place? It's B, Amritsar. What does Satyagraha mean? Use of physical violence, passive resistance used by the weak, or non-violent method of fighting against oppression? Now, Satyagraha means, physical violence is absolutely no, so that is wrong. Second and third could be confusing because the second says Passive resistance, it's passive because you are not in Satyagraha, there's no violence, so you're not actively going to go and hit somebody or do such violent activity. So it's passive resistance where you are resisting but you're doing it in a passive way, that is, you are not actively doing something. Used by the weak, you'll say, yeah, if that person is not retaliating means he's a weak person. But no, Gandhiji said it's passive resistance and you need strength to do it, because it's very difficult if somebody hits you and you don't hit back. For that you need to be mentally strong. So it was not used by the weak, you needed to be strong to not retaliate. C. Non-violent method of fighting against oppression. The answer is C. That is a non-violent method where you're fighting against oppression. Who founded the Swaraj Party within the Congress? The answer is A. Jawaharlal Nehru and C.R. Das. Which government in Britain set up the Statutory Commission under Sir John Simon? Is it Democrats, Labour or Tory? The answer is C. The Tory government. Why did political parties boycott the Simon Commission? 3 options. The answer is C. Because it did not have even one Indian member. The next one. When did it come to India? That is, in which year did the Simon Commission come? It is 1928. Next, which viceroy announced an offer of dominion status for India? 3 options are there. It is Lord Irwin. Thanks for watching this video, and if you all want more of these type, please switch on to the next video. Thank you.